Tonight from James Bowie High School, it's District 4 6A basketball as the Lady Vols play host to the Lady Warriors of Arlington Martin. Hello again, everyone. John Nelson from the Alamo. In just a few minutes, we'll be joined by former Lady Vol head coach Wanda Talton. But both of these teams on winning streaks. Bowie has won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5. Martin comes in having won 3 straight. And they're all chasing the Lady Vols. North Crowley and Martin just a game back. Lamar 2 games back as we see the top 4 teams in District 4 6A. Bowie coming off a 56-47 win over North Crowley. Carpenter, Bell, Allen, Karakoff, and Weber, the starting 5 for the Martin Lady Warriors, averaging 45 points a game, and coached by Brooke Britton in year number 5. The Lady Warriors defeating Weatherford last week 50-44. Bowie comes in averaging 55 points a game. Mayfield, the Great, Credit, Cage, and Johnson, 3 juniors and a couple of seniors starting for Kelly Carruthers. In year number 4, the coach of the year last season in District 4 6A. And we're joined by former Lady Vol head coach. She won a state championship back in 2005. We continue calling on former coaches to join us this year in AISD basketball. And Wanda, there's a fond memory right there.
It sure is. I remember that very well. It doesn't seem like it's been 10 years.
Well, if anybody should know about a Martin-Bowie rivalry and what's at stake, you would be the best one to address, despite what the records are.
Right. It doesn't matter what the records are coming in. These 2 teams really go after it.
Well, Emerald Mayfield and head coach Kelly Carruthers recently combined to win their 100th victory together. And that was quite a milestone, Coach, when you have a senior that has played well for 4 years, having been together, and finally won that 100th game.
Well, Emerald has been a mainstay for this program for the past 4 years. And I told Coach Carruthers when she got her 100th victory, I said, it took me a lot longer to get that 100th victory than it did you.
Emerald comes in averaging 17 points a game. Overall, Bowie at 19-5, Martin at 7-9. We'll be back with the opening tip-off here from the Alamo right after this. And welcome back to James Bowie High School. John Nelson with former Bowie Lady Vol head coach Wanda Talton. The starting 5 has been completed. It is Teacher Appreciation Night, so the former teachers, well, the current teachers as well, forming the line as the Lady Vols introduced just a few minutes ago. Coach, the gym hadn't changed much, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Still looks the same, and nice crowd anticipated for tonight's district matchup. Again, Bowie undefeated at 5-0, ranked 11th in the state. Martin at 4-1. And a change for the Lady Vols. Emerald Mayfield will not start. Number 32 will. Divine Indu. Divine is a 6'4 junior forward. So she gets the starting nod tonight. The Lady Vols in home white with orange trim. And the Lady Warriors in road black with red numbers. And it is Divine Indu in the jump circle. Lexus Weber at 5'11 goes up for the Lady Warriors. Well, this should be a good one, Coach. Martin and Bowie both on winning streaks.
Yes, they are. I think it'll be crucial for Martin to be able to handle Bowie's defensive pressure tonight. Obviously, that they're notorious for that. Also, Bowie is going to have to be able to handle Martin's half-court defense because they are very solid in the half-court.
Bailey Carpenter lets fly a 3, misses, runs down the loose ball. Carpenter and Gabby Bell will take the majority of the 3s. And it's picked up by Divine Indu, and here's Bowie's first possession in trouble and steps. Unable to maintain the balance, Coach Deandra Credit.
Looks like Martin is picking up a little full court pressure, and that could give Bowie some trouble.
Maddie Karakoff inbounds to Gabby Bell. Gabby's averaging 8 points a game, and a whistle as they initiate the action back again.
You can always be sure Martin is going to run their sets to perfection. There's an open shot.
3-pointer taken by Bell and missed in the corner. And off of whom? Last touch by Bowie. So Martin maintains possession. We're scoreless. 44 seconds into the contest. Side court looking for Bell and intended for Bell and knocked away by Deandra Credit at 5'6" and a junior.
Bowie's going to have to do a better job boxing out on the defensive boards. Martin has gotten several offensive rebounds so far.
Now, Bowie defensively this year giving up just 44 points a game. Bailey Carpenter on a drive, and Divine ND with a block. Credit lobs it down low. Divine lost it, taken away from the blind side by Bailey Carpenter. Second possession from Martin. Alexis Weber, baseline, she's sealed off, trying to find an opening.
Nice,
gets it back, partially blocked. Another rebound. This one has Divine interfering with Alexis Weber on the way up.
Again, Martin is all over the offensive boards, and Bowie's not putting a body on anyone.
Yeah, they seem a little slow just down under.
Yes, they do.
Well, a contact lens out of the eye of Alexis Weber.
When Martin goes inside, Divine will be there to block some shots. So they're going to have to find some ways to either get around her or make an open pass.
Here's Alexis Weber averaging 9 points a game, a 5'11 senior, hitting 60% from the line. And we have a score, 1-0 Martin. As a team, the Lady Warriors hitting 60% of their free throws. Bounces out, long tip, and Alexis runs it down. And just like you said, Coach, he who hesitates might be a little lost.
Right.
Underneath, Karakoff misses. Outlet pass grabbed by Deandra Credit.
Bowie wants to run, but you can't run unless you get defensive boards.
Kicked away, out of bounds, and off of Bowie. And Coach Carruthers quickly, well, not able to get in time. Sierra Morris will make a change at a guard spot. Taylor Allen, cross court, Maddie Karakoff. Back to Taylor, off the hip, and another block, the second block by Divine Ndu.
I think she's got that part of the game down.
Jay Cage is averaging about 11 points a game. The drive by DeGreat. Bowie gets it back and thrown off a Martin defender. And here come the changes. Emerald Mayfield on the 0-0. And also on at the guard spot, Jasmine Robinson, Sierra Morris. Morris, a 5'4 sophomore. Emerald Mayfield up and got Taylor Allen to commit. Emerald averaging 17 points a game, and we'll see the 5'9 senior at the line and hitting right at 65% this year.
She was in the game for all of 3 seconds and made an immediate impact.
And Bowie has his first points. Emerald, the offensive player of the year last season. Had 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 block shots in that win over North Crowley.
Emerald is a tough guard. She can go inside or outside, and that makes a huge difference. Now Bowie has a chance to set up that defensive pressure.
Tied at 2. It's broken by Gabby Bell. Taylor Allen underneath. Emerald Mayfield with a block. And to the ball is Gabby Bell.
Bowie's guards have get in on the rebounding. They are trying to get out and run before they have a rebound.
Bell on a drive, misses the tie-up, and Bowie has it. Alexis Weber wrapped up. Rhea DeGreat trying to hold on to it as well. 2-1. Bowie on top. Bailey Johnson inbounds.
Yes, Martin is coming out with their own defensive pressure.
The takeaway, Gabby Bell from Karakoff. Maddie trying to hit a 3, a little short to the right. To the floor. And another scramble, and Martin gets it back.
Wow.
Well,
so far, Martin is getting all the loose balls, all the 50-50 balls.
Yeah, a lot of floor action here in the first couple of minutes. Now, Martin's averaging 45 points a game. Last year, Martin finished in second place. They were 11-3 in the district. Overall went 22-8. Broken up. Here's Bowie 3-on-2, and slowing up the tempo is Morris. 3 on the way, and the foul as soon as Jay Cage let it fly.
She is a shooter.
She's hit 28 threes this year. And to the line, 5'10 junior Jay Cage, averaging 11 a game, the newcomer of the year last season. That one off the mark. It stays 2-1.
And she has unlimited range, so Martin will have to step out and defend her beyond the three-point line.
As a team, Bowie this year hitting 62% from the line. Again, a three-point foul, so one more coming. In district play, Coach, would you like to see that 62% maybe a little better from the line?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
3-1, Lady Vols by a deuce. And the press. Karakoff, a jump pass to Carpenter. Looking, spots Allen down the line.
Martin was very patient with their press attack that time and got it down the floor easily.
As a three-point shooting team this year, Martin hitting close to 29%. Karakoff, a lob feed to Alexis Weber, and broken up. Bailey Johnson. Jay Cage on a drive, lost. Well, she got it to Mayfield.
Great pass.
Got it to Mayfield underhanded. 5-1. Martin will reset and now go on defense.
There's that pressure I'm talking about that will force some turnovers. Early in the game, it may not be productive, but late in the game, it can wear on you.
Tiara Malone checks in at a guard at junior for Martin. Ball grabbed by Sierra Morris. To Mayfield and poked around by Taylor Allen. Team foul number 4 on Martin. Non-shooting foul.
Looks like Martin is playing 4 guards and 1 inside, and that's where the matchup problem comes in against Mayfield.
Alexis Weber would be inside, and nothing gained off of that, Coach.
No. Just didn't show a lot of patience setting that screen either.
So here's Martin. 4:28 to go in our opening period.
Forced another turnover.
Picked up. Extra player and coming out.
Nice recovery by number 15.
Gabby Bell just flew to the ball. Able to knock it out of bounds. Intended underneath for Bailey Johnson. And the Martin grab and the hold and the foul.
Yeah, Martin is racking up some fouls here early. That could be trouble.
They're going to say Bailey in the act of shooting, so the 5'8 junior to the stripe for a pair. And that one slides off. Bailey hitting 69% from the line. 4 seniors, 4 juniors, a couple of sophomores, and 2 freshmen this year for the Bowie JV. Number 25, Peyton Holland, comes on for Martin. Bowie, the defending district champions, 14-0 last year, 29-3 overall. A miss, a couple of misses. And that one thrown away. Intended for Bailey Carpenter, who had her back to the ball. DeGrate into Mayfield.
And there's that matchup problem that I was mentioning. Mayfield is too tall for the guards who are trying to defend her.
She did not start, but since she's come on, Emerald has scored 6 of Bowie's first 7 points. Well, Martin tonight is playing with a heavy heart. The passing of schoolmate Carl Wilson on Monday, so kind of a tough go for the Martin student body and coach, especially for the athletes who are so connected to, hard to say now, but a former athlete.
It is extremely tough. Of course, all the athletes know each other and they bond, and it's probably for them like losing a brother. So I can imagine that these kids are really having a hard time focusing tonight.
Last year, Bowie beat Martin twice in their district matchups. Lady Vols were 29-3 last year, finished in the 4th round of the state tournament, lost to Duncanville.
Again, that pressure is causing some problems for Martin. When they take the time and make the passes, they're okay, but when they start trying to dribble it, they're in a little bit of trouble.
Malone ahead to Gabby Bell. Three-pointer in there. Bailey Carpenter.
And there's that passing through the press that makes the difference.
Bailey had 17 points her last game. Steal and some contact on the floor. It comes with 3:36 to go in the first quarter. That's Bowie's 3rd foul. And Tierra Malone to play it in. Looking for Weber perhaps. Nobody open, and Lexus open on the side. Fronted by Mayfield. Into Weber, who lost it. Not Weber, it's Malone that lost it. Turned a little too quick. DeGreat. Too much.
Tough finish.
In the corner, intended for number 25, Peyton Holland. And a turnover with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Maddie Karakoff back in.
And she was open on that three-point line. They just couldn't connect.
As a defense this year, Martin allowing 46 a game. Bowie from the field hitting 37% this year. 20-footer, a little short. It was launched by Jay Cage. Carpenter, one player to beat. She does, misses. On the other side, Weber misses.
Bowie's doing a lot of standing and watching on the defensive rebounding end.
Mayfield double teamed. Here's Emerald turning.
They need a little bit better spacing on that offensive set.
Trying to get the open shot off the double team, and it goes and count it.
She is a difference maker.
It is 9-4. Sierra Morris checks out. And Deandra Credits back in, number 21. Free throw, got the spin. 9 points for Mayfield. Lady Vols lead by 6. Gabby Bell wants a three, in and out.
Bowie wants to run, and as long as they can get defensive rebounds, they have a chance to run.
Jay Cage guarded by Carpenter and Weber. And a basket and one for number 23, Jay Cage. It is 12-4. And a chance for a three-point play, and they convert. So the lead now at 9. Intercepted at midcourt. Jay Cage in the corner.
Martin just needs to settle down a little bit. They've gotten a little flustered here with Bowie's pressure.
Just maybe half a step too slow.
Right.
And it comes to Bria DeGreat, averaging 14 a game, tight guard. And a block by Gabby Bell as DeGreat tried to break free. That's the 7th team foul, and this results in a 1-and-1.
Now that's a foul you just can't pick up out that high on the court. The officials won't miss that one.
Bria DeGreat, bonus to come. Now opening up a little bit of lead now at 10 points. Bowie's last defeat came at the Mansfield Tournament, the championship game. Lost to Prestonwood Christian 64-45. That's their last defeat. Open from 10. Missing is Holland. Out of bounds. Martin maintains possession.
Martin has taken some quick shots in transition the last couple of possessions, and that's really not to their advantage. They've got to settle down and get into their offense a little bit.
Maddie Karakoff looking, tosses deep, overshoots Lexus Weber. No over and back. Gabby Bell splits the defenders and misses. Morris ahead to Jay Cage.
Once again, those quick shots are giving Bowie a chance to run.
The lead at a dozen with a minute and a half to go. Carpenter guarded by Robinson. Almost losing it, Bell. Karakoff will take the three, a little short. Over the top, Karakoff on Deandra Credit and off of Martin.
That's a little bit better shot. They had a few passes before they took that one, and that rebound went off to a point where Bowie couldn't grab it and run with it.
The great comes on. Here's Jasmine Robinson, little freshman. Bell rolls over, ends up with the ball. Karakoff using an elbow, and I don't know, Coach, looked like a little bit of contact there on the drive.
Yeah, I think the defender came down on top of her, so, you know, that's a good call. I've been impressed with Martin's defensive pressure in the full court.
Yeah, it's not bad at half court.
When they've been able to get set, they're able to force some turnovers.
Maddie Karakoff with one more, hitting 88% from the line this year.
88% is impressive at any level.
Yeah, it really is, especially this deep in the season. 16-5 the score. Bounce pass intercepted by Weber. Here's Gabby Bell. The drive in and out of the cup.
She really didn't have the numbers for that shot. It was a 1-on-2.
In traffic, the great. Intended for Mayfield. And Martin will have it with just under 43 seconds to go in the quarter. Jay Cage back in at 5'10" at a junior. And she'll give Jasmine Robinson a breather.
That would have been a tough catch for Mayfield down on the block. She really wasn't set.
Would have had to have reached behind her a little bit too far.
Right.
On the side, Carpenter. Bailey, and from the backside, Jay Cage was closing in quick.
That was impressive. Great recovery, great body control to avoid the foul.
Maddie Karakoff tosses, trying to get it to Carpenter. It's tipped. Here's Deandra Credit. She misses. Lady Warriors get it back. 25 seconds left.
Martin might be smart to try to hold this for the last shot of the quarter.
Well, the double team, then the whistle. Ball became separated, and Martin will get it back.
I'm sure Bowie's going to try to keep them from taking that last shot with a little bit more pressure.
29 wins last year for Coach Carruthers. 32 the year before. Picked off by Cage. Stepped in front of Holland. Another chance. Off the glass.
Tough shot.
That was hard. 18-5.
But she used the glass, and that's what coaches always ask.
Through one. Lady Vols leading Martin 18-5. And we're back with Bowie on top comfortably 18-5 in the first 8 minutes. Wanda, do you think the girls like to play defense as much as scoring 25, 30 points a game? Because a couple of blocked shots and a couple of turnovers are just as important as somebody going off and hitting 35. Do they still like to play defense?
Well, I think it just depends on the player. You'll find some players who love the defensive end of the floor, and then there are some that just would prefer to have the ball in their hands. But obviously it takes all of that to make a team.
DeGreat resets. Looking, shovels to Mayfield. Emra with 9 points. Off the screen, taking a three up top, misses. Rebound, Lady Vols. Sierra Morris got to it.
She did a nice job on the boards. Now they just need to get a good look.
JK is going to try to hit a three. Off the mark. Rebound underneath. And losing the balance to Great.
Martin has numbers.
Weber. Last touch by Mayfield. Got a camera with a light on that may be distracting some of the players.
I would think so.
You can see the light above the camera that someone's trying to tape tonight. Maddie Kirikoff to play it in. And tosses deep to Carpenter. Bailey's been solid the last 3 years for Martin.
Yes, I've seen her play several years in a row, and she does a nice job for them.
Plays good defense. Here's Lexus Weber. Misses. Off of Martin.
I believe Lexi signed with Henderson State for next season.
That's in Arkansas, just outside of Little Rock. South of Little Rock, to be exact. Here's Jay Cage.
She's a versatile player. She can defend out on the perimeter. She's got some length. She can play in the post also.
Jay in and out. You know what the nickname of Henderson State is?
No, I don't.
They're the Reddies. That goes back, gosh, I don't know how many years. Arkadelphia, Arkansas, and some of the other schools bunched up in that area. Just outside of Little Rock.
Number 10 is doing a great job with on-ball defensive pressure. She's making it tough for Martin to get into their offense.
Yeah, that's Sierra Morris. Lexus Weber puts it on the floor. Now back up top. Off the mark, Gabby Bell. Trying to pull her team to within 10. Still a 13-point deficit. Bounce pass underneath. Deandra credits. But you know who made it happen?
That rebound. You can hear Coach Carruthers saying, push, push. She really wants them to get out and run.
In for Martin, Sydney Reeves at a guard, number 11, a junior. So Coach Britton and her squad now down by 15. Directing traffic, Gabby Bell. She's guarded by Morris. Martin with 17 fouls underneath Alexis Weber, turns on Mayfield.
There's an open look.
Carpenter misses a three.
Another great rebound in traffic.
Mayfield and Weber comes over and holds it tightly.
Emerald may have gotten away with a little push there, a little push off.
Martin's ball underneath the Lady Ball goal. Bailey Carpenter misses, trying to get it back.
Oh, she's got to use the glass there.
Sierra Morris trying to go all the way. Getting it back. Johnson. Tierra Malone in the middle. 5:10 to go in the half. Gets it to Carpenter. The three's not there quite yet for Martin tonight.
Yeah, Martin's having a big drought here. They can't get anything to fall. They might want to get to the paint and try to get something easy.
Gabby Bell, and before she let it fly, the whistle. Well, you're going to get Morris?
Yeah, she did reach in a little bit. Now, Martin's got to try to get something inside and either get to the free throw line or get an easy look. Right now, they're forcing some shots.
That's Bowie's 15 foul. Malone goes up, lost it, lucky to get it back. Looking over the shoulder pass to Gabby Bell. And finally a three. Gabby Bell had 10 points her last game in the win over Weatherford.
They needed that. And then Bowie threw it away in transition. So Martin has a chance to make a run here.
Malone off the tip. And did she get to it? Right on that sideline off of Bowie. Lexus Weber. Trying to work towards the middle on Mayfield.
You know, early in the first quarter, Martin had a lot of movement offensively, and now they're just trying to get everything off the dribble.
Gabby Bell almost stepped on the baseline, was sandwiched underneath. Team foul number 6 upcoming on Bowie.
But that's what they have to do. They have to get inside and try to get some easy baskets or get to the free throw line.
Foul is on Deandra Credit, number 21. May wait till after the free throw for the subs. Well, here they come.
Looks like they're not in the bonus.
I was going to say that was the 6th, and Mayfield will come out, and Divine Indu, who started back in, number 32. Malone, deep pass, Maddie Karakov. Into Malone, and Malone held from behind by Jay Cage, and now we go to the 1-and-1.
Right.
Well, when you lead by 12, that's 17 fouls right now. Not good, is it?
Not good. It's very easy for Martin to get back in the game.
Yep.
I can see Bowie just kind of relaxing a little bit too. Martin's going to keep fighting. They're going to keep coming at him, so they're going to have to play for 4 quarters.
Tierra Malone, a junior who netted 12 points in the win last week over Weatherford. And it goes, can them both. So the lead cut in half. On the chase, stumbling. And the push off, or the push down, maybe the push down will give Bowie the 1-and-1 team foul number 8 on Martin.
Now, Martin wants to be aggressive in the half court and in the full court defense, but they can't afford to send Bowie to the free throw line.
At the stripe, Jasmine Robinson, a 5'7" freshman, as a foul shooter, connecting on 77%. And she'll have the bonus. After practice, Wanda, how much did you keep the girls after practice strictly for defense, or had you seen enough in practice to carry through the next game?
Well, we obviously spent the majority of our practice on defense.
Right. A floater. Maddie Karakov, go ahead.
So by the time they finished with practice, there wasn't anything left in their tanks for them to do anymore.
Okay. Timeout, 21-12. On top, the Lady Vols. Closing in on the first half, 3:39 left. And it's Bowie's possession.
And as always at a Bowie-Martin game, there is a good crowd, and it will get even bigger.
That one tipped by Gabby Bell, trying to get it back. Martin again, another change of possession. Bria DeGreat over the top on a loose ball foul underneath.
Now looks like Bowie's getting into a little foul trouble also.
That is the 8th team foul. Each team with 8.
Martin's chipping away at this lead.
Well, Bowie's last game against North Crowley, Credit, Cage, DeGreat, and Morris combined, I know you'd like this, Coach, 22 steals. That's what they combined for that quartet the last game.
Oh, I definitely like that.
You want some more of that?
If I'm not mistaken, Bowie trailed for most of that game against North Crowley.
Bailey Carpenter cans them both. Gives her 5 points. Bailey will attend either Oklahoma or Texas A&M next year. Emerald Mayfield, did she check in time? Wants to come on? Apparently not.
Well, let's see how Bowie handles Martin's pressure this time.
21-14.
They got past that first wave, and that's the important part. Now let's run some half-court offense here and see if they can get some open looks.
Number 34, Bailey Johnson.
The ball moved really well that time.
Just inside the three-point stripe on a block by Indu. Her third rejection. Kicked away. Went off the shoe of DeGreat. Gabby Bell have to make that shot. Missed it.
Martin has to understand that when number 32 is in the game, you're not going to get easy shots in the paint. You might have to pull up and shoot that short shot.
0 for 2, and that's
nice steal.
Change. Malone misses the layup. Too much on that one. Bailey Johnson.
Looks like both teams are taking some very quick shots.
Will not give it up. Malone was open on the other side of the lane, and Sydney Reeves misses.
As a coach, you like those quick shots as long as they're going in.
2 minutes to play in the half. You don't care if it uses all the rim or nothing but the bottom of the net.
It can be all backboard as long as it goes.
That one misses from 17 feet, Bailey Johnson. Jasmine Robinson. Inside the Indu.
I'm not sure if she meant to make that pass or not, but it worked.
You think it slipped out of her hands?
I think it did.
25-14.
Looks like Martin's getting a little fatigued because they're not as quick to the ball as they were earlier.
A three taken and missed by Carpenter. Minute 10 to go. There's some nice maneuvering and splitting the defenders, but yeah, DeGreat missed it. Wide open, Malone gets the bounce pass. Gets it back. Tierra Malone able to follow her missed shot and a timeout taken with 54.3 to go in the first half. The lead now at 9. Well, she was a little bit lucky, Coach, to get that on the other side and have no Bowie defender in her face.
Exactly. I think she just wanted to add to her rebound totals before she put it in.
A lot of people want to know, Coach, what occupies your time these days?
Well, I'm working. I'm back at the job.
Okay.
I'm at Hill College in Hillsborough as an assistant coach and an academic tutor.
Okay.
So I do my math tutoring in the mornings, and then we practice in the afternoons, and we're doing well right now.
How many trips have you made to the outlet mall?
I pass by it every day, and I think I've stopped once.
Is that Lone Star Cafe still there?
It is. It sure is.
It's always a good spot.
Yes.
Ahead to DeGreat, now back in the middle. Mayfield covering up Indu. Out of bounds off of Martin.
In a big game like this, those kind of shots can come back to bite you.
Man, you got, yep.
Got to make those.
Off of Sydney Reeves going for the steal. 35.3.
You can see a huge size advantage for Bowie.
Man, just lob it up high for Devine.
You would think so.
Bria DeGreat's looking. Deandra Credit with a half a minute to play. Trying to force Credit a little deep. Now she goes inside. Misses.
And there's another one.
Indu.
And she gets the foul.
Trying to pull away
And
Gabby Bell, and she was held.
Frustration foul.
Might ought to let her work the last 80 feet for that one. And at the line, number 11, Sydney Reeves, a junior. Team foul number 9 on the Lady Vols. No bonus to the ball. And did she go out of bounds? Divine Hindu couldn't put on the brakes.
Well, Martin really does have a chance to cut into this lead.
19 seconds, plenty of time to work with. See what the shot selection might be. In the corner for a 3. Carpenter. Her second 3. And with less than 3 seconds, batted out of bounds by Gabby Bell.
She saved an easy layup. Great hustle.
See if Bowie can get a shot off with just under 3. Bria de Great. Mayfield turns with 1 and got it. Emerald Mayfield just before the buzzer. And it gives Bowie his 27 points.
That is what she can do. She can make plays.
And she just did. At halftime here at Bowie High, the Lady Vols leading Martin 27-19. John Nelson and Wanda Talton back at the Alamo here at James Bowie High School. Intermission, and the Lady Warriors, who led by as many as 13, will take a lead of 8 as we begin the second half. And Coach, I would imagine the same go-to girls that have gotten the ball would be the same MO here in the second half for both teams.
Most definitely. Martin's going to have to make a few of those shots around the basket when Divine's not in the game, number 32. And Bowie has just missed a ton of shots in the paint. So if they want to pull away, they're going to have to make those easy shots also.
The inbounds pass comes to Jay Cage. Jay had 8 points in the first half. Kind of got crossed up, lets it fly anyway and misses.
It's a nice rebound by number 33.
She's 5'11", Lexus Weber, and a senior. Allen walked with it. Taylor Allen ready to fire up a 3 and took an extra step.
Bowie struggled a little bit with Martin's pressure, so let's see how they handle it.
All right, here's Jay Cage to the floor. It's tossed up, and Maddie Karakoff ends up with it. She's fouled and count the basket.
That is a huge play.
27-21 and a chance to cut it to 5.
You know, you never want to see a player try to dribble through a press. You've got to get your head up and make that pass to find the open man.
Got it. Martin now 7 of 10 in foul shooting. It's 27-22. Mayfield short. Weber got the rebound and walked with it. Thought she might have been pushed by Credit, but
yeah,
Lexus turned it over.
I think she got a little contact there. She didn't just fall by herself on that one.
Yeah, you don't want to. Why would you do that? Mayfield scores.
And there's the problem for Martin. They just don't have anyone that can match up with Emerald Mayfield.
13 points for the senior.
Martin has been at their best when they move the ball and they run their offensive sets.
Maddie Karakoff. Taylor Allen. Allen with a 20-footer short.
That gives Bowie a chance to run.
And they do. Sierra Morris on the run. Her first 2 of the game.
I like that one.
5'4" sophomore. She'll be back for 2 more years. 31-22, the lead at 9. Lexus Weber with a drive, and Mayfield got her.
That was going to be a tough shot by Weber, and
But
Emerald
she took
didn't
it
really
to
make
her.
that.
At least she took it to her, though.
Exactly. Emerald didn't need to make that foul because Weber was in a position where she really couldn't get a good look at the basket. So that was a smart play by Weber.
And Lexus connects. The senior hitting right at 61% of the free throws. Got both of them to fall.
Martin's not going away.
They are not. Down by 7. Into Mayfield and pushed from behind by Gabby Bell. Team foul number 2 on Martin. Deandra Credit to play it in. It's the second foul tonight on Gabby Bell. Emerald with a head move and did a little 180 spin. Partially blocked.
She missed an easy one there. I think she knows she could have made that easily.
Took it over Taylor Allen, number 23. And the Lady Vols putting 4 in that backcourt. On the run, Bell breaks it momentarily. Restarts. And then the block.
She got away with the foul earlier, so I guess they had to get her on the second one.
Maddie Karakoff.
Oh, nice play.
Too much.
Too long.
Too much air underneath it. Sarah Morrison taken away by Gabby Bell. And trying to maneuver around Jay Cage at 5'10", and Gabby Bell will head to the strike.
She really has quick hands. She picked that one in the open court.
She'll be back, averaging 8 a game.
And this is how Martin can stay in the game. Getting to the free throw line. Getting Bowie in foul trouble.
One more. Here's Bria DeGreat. Chance to make it a 6-point game. Bailey Johnson working on Taylor Allen. Trying to go deep, missing is DeGreat. To the floor and the tie-up. It'll belong to Martin.
Looks like Bowie needs to get a few more people in there on the defensive boards.
Well, a bucket here would make it really interesting.
Yes, it will.
Try to get on Karakoff. Weber open. Lexus going to take it inside and miss. That one should have gone.
There are those easy shots I was saying they need to make.
And the trip. Lexus Weber tied up with Bria DeGreat. And it's side court. Deandra Credit. But before that, Tierra Malone in. Again, Martin coming off a win over Weatherford. They've won 3 in a row. Bowie, a win over North Crowley. They have won 3 in a row. Trying to stay undefeated in district play. Credit outside. Now inside. Mayfield up with Bell and Weber.
Well, I see the strategy this half. They're going to try to double and triple team Emerald in the post to try to keep her from getting those easy baskets.
That is the 3rd foul on Gabby Bell at Emerald Mayfield at the charity stripe. $14 points now for the senior. Number 25, Peyton Holland, senior in. One more coming. And it stays out. Maddie Karakoff for the rebound.
This is still anybody's game. Martin has to get a few more easy looks.
Back up top to Karakoff. Not there. Malone. And Malone is held down.
That was some good inside-outside basketball by Martin. They got it into the post, and she kicked it back out to the three-point shooter who had a good look.
Here on Teachers Appreciation Night. 4:51 to go in the 3rd. Martin at the line for a pair.
Getting to the
last 2.
Excuse me, John. Getting to the offensive glass is what Martin did early in the game, and they're back at it again.
So the junior lines up the second. Missed them both. Out of bounds off of Bowie. Well, break here after the 2 missed shots.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're going to get Indu back in at 6'4". The foul situation, the Lady Vols have committed 5 here. Not yet halfway through the third period, and off the inbounds pass Carpenter.
That was smart basketball by Martin.
Over the shoulder, and Carpenter will send Bailey Johnson to the line.
It just didn't get their defense set in time. Bowie did a great job of getting that ball inbounded quickly, and Martin couldn't get back.
There's a nice deep pass, and for Martin, team foul number 4. And it puts Bailey Johnson, a 5'8" junior, at the line. She's 0 for 2 in foul shooting. Bowie 7 of 13 in the first half. Now 7 of 14. This game is still right for the picking, Coach.
It is.
It's right there.
I can imagine what Bowie will be practicing tomorrow. Free throws.
That one didn't come out. 33-27, the whistle, and off with a tip. Martin in the corner.
As a coach, you love to see those deflections by your players. That means they're making effort. They're not just settling for the ball being inbounded.
Who's the best blocker you ever had?
Best shot blocker? I would probably say Joanne Jones or Secret Anderson.
Thrown away and picked up by Divine Indu. Secret Anderson, when she got to be a senior.
She was fun to watch.
Yeah, she was. Emerald Mayfield.
Just like Emerald is fun to watch.
16 points for the senior. The lead at 8. Malone trying to get to Carpenter. And did she push off?
Yeah, I believe Breeze did step in and get that charge. Great job.
To the bench. Here comes Jasmine Robinson for the Lady Vols.
I love to see a player willing to step in there and sacrifice the body and pick up that foul on the other team.
We'll step away. Timeout. 3:53 to go in the third. Lady Vols leading Martin by 8. As we come back to play, Emerald Mayfield inbounds for Bowie. Broken up. Who's got it? Back to the Lady Vols. Robinson trying to get a little daylight here. Malone with a partial block.
Now the freshman is a little shaky with the ball.
Taken away. Martin gives it up, and the drive and the layup. The great.
That was not a pretty possession, but it worked.
Over the top on the shot by Tiara Malone, and that'll be the 6th team foul.
That was a nice find by her teammate.
That's the 3rd foul on Divine Indu.
And that's something Bowie has to worry about, is getting into foul trouble.
Indu with 3 fouls after this shot. Will stay in. Misses.
I think Martin's strategy is to put as much pressure as possible on the freshman when she's in there at the point.
That's Jasmine Robinson, the freshman. Mayfield got the feed. Couldn't hold on to it and lost it. 3 minutes to go in the third.
There wasn't very much space to make that pass.
That was a hard pass to handle. Leading by 9.
One of those times you'd rather just turn and kick it back out to her perimeter players and reset it.
Bailey Carpenter puts it on the floor, now right side. Entry pass, Weber. Lexus Weber, it's a 7-point game. To Great, to Emerald.
Tough pass, but she handled it anyway. Looked like Martin has a player down.
That's Gabby Bell, the guard. 39-30 is the score. Gabby shaken up, an injury timeout. We'll leave you for just a second. 2:24 to go here in the third. And Malone inbounds.
You just hate to see that, especially those knees.
Malone still with it. Trips, in trouble, taken away. Deandra Credit, and unable to catch up to it. Running out of room, Bria the Great.
Both teams playing very hard, very hard.
It was just over 6 years ago, Coach, that you picked up your 300th win. That was against Sam Houston, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Inside, broken up. Ahead to Credit. And at 42 to go in the third. 39-30.
Looks like Bowie's strategy is just get it into Emerald.
Man, Mayfield on side of Weber. Scored 19 her last game. That's her 20th.
I'd say that's a good strategy.
Outside to Malone. Third three-pointer for Martin.
I'm sure she didn't call glass, but Coach Britton will take it anyway.
There's a ball mark in that square underneath, missing. Picked up by Weber. Slow it up. Underneath. Well, you get the shot, yeah. Lexus Weber, 2 more. The lead at 6.
There'll be quite a few bumps and bruises when this game is over.
Yeah, there will be.
It's kind of rough.
Half a minute to play in the third. Lady Vols with 14 points this quarter. Mayfield.
And there she is again. There's that girl.
Sounds like a broken record. 22 for the senior. 10 seconds. And that goes. Number 14, Hillary Smith.
Wow.
At the buzzer. And
Martin really needed that.
We go to the fourth. Martin trailing Bowie 43-37. Bria the Great to inbound at midcourt for Bowie. On the year 19-5, a perfect 5-0 in the district. They go for the steal.
That was a sloppy pass right there.
They come up with it to the floor, Maddie Karakoff. And Martin has it off of the steal and the tie-up.
Just too relaxed.
Hillary Smith has replaced Gabby Bell at that guard spot.
Bowie's got to understand, Martin's going to keep playing. They can't just get loose with the ball.
Malone misses. Martin with 4 fouls in the half.
Emerald's got to be careful down there in the post. She's doing a little bit of holding.
Well, you had from behind Hillary Smith, team foul number 5. Each team with 18 points, or rather Martin with 18, Bowie with 16 that period.
Now, Bowie probably doesn't really want to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the numbers aren't very good tonight. Now we didn't have any rotation at all.
No, didn't have a chance.
Peyton Holland back in, number 25. In fact, you could have read the label on that shot. You could read the label on that one also. Out of bounds is Credit.
I really like the plays that she makes on the defensive end. She's always around the ball. She's getting her hands on basketball.
Okay, Maddie Karakoff and the Lady Warriors down by 6.
Big possession here for Martin. Got to get a good look.
Both teams have really played hard tonight. Here's Karakoff into Weber. Now back out. Hillary Smith misses. In possession is Holland.
Another big offensive rebound. Oh, nice.
Carpenter, and I believe Morris got her. That is the 7th.
Looks
17 foul.
Looks like those two are on the same page.
It was on Morris, and that is her 4th.
Well, Martin returned the favor from the free throw line.
Costly miss there.
Yeah, that was big.
Jay Cage. Down the side.
Bowie has to understand the ball has to move before you can get it inside.
Mayfield takes the shot over Peyton Holland, and the foul. That's the 2nd tonight on Holland. It puts number 00 Emerald Mayfield at the strike. Next week, AISD-TV at Seguin. We'll see the Lady Cougs and the Lady Jags of Mansfield Summit.
I'm sure Coach Carruthers doesn't mind Emerald going to the line. She's done a nice job at the line tonight.
Yeah, 4 of 5.
And we jinxed her.
Stayed out. Smith looking for Weber. Sends it over to Taylor Allen. She gives it up. Well, Karakoff trying to get it to Hillary Smith. It goes awry, and we will see Gabby Bell, who's limping, back in.
Well, that's good to see.
So Gabby Bell will play, and Bailey Carpenter out. Bailey with 10 points.
And number 14 did a nice job at the backup position for her, and now they're in together.
And look at Bell come to the ball right there. Yeah.
She must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Jasmine Robinson. Up high to Mayfield from 19, in and out. Nice rebound, trying to go up is Bailey Johnson.
Martin got caught watching that time.
And tied up, and the ball belongs to the Lady Warriors. Hillary Smith breaks free, outside. Gabby Bell trying to connect on a long 3.
Bailey's come up with some big rebounds here in the 4th quarter. She doesn't score much, but she does a job on the boards.
From the free throw line, Cage misses, gets it back. And we'll head to the line.
I think that might be a little fatigue on Martin's part, not being able to get some of those boards.
That's the 3rd on Lexus Weber. It puts Bria DeGreat at the line. 45-37.
I believe that's Jay that finally got a free throw to go.
Number 11 in, Sydney Reeves. So here's Jay, the newcomer of the year last year, averaging 11 points a game. And Jay Cage fills it up twice.
That looks a lot better.
She'll be back next year. She and Deandra Credit, Bailey Johnson, Indu. Martin down by 9. Gabby Bell in trouble. Trying to send a pass on the floor and a timeout taken. Trying to get it over to Reeves and a timeout. at the 5:18 mark. Scoring summary for Bowie. Emerald Mayfield has 23. Martin led in scoring by Bailey Carpenter, who has 10. 3-pointers, Martin's landed 3. Again, coming into tonight, Bowie averaged 55 a game, Martin at 45.
There was that defensive pressure again by Sierra Morris that caused Martin to have to take that time out. She has been all over the ball tonight.
Martin will host Bowie in the 2nd district meeting on February 6th. I think that's a Friday night. So Lexus Weber plays it in. Gabby Bell picked up by Morris. They'll see each other next year. Gabby trying to split underneath. Now the 8-team foul, and it'll put Sydney Reeves with the strike.
Coach Carruthers is going with the freshman down the stretch, showing some confidence in her.
And Reeves misses a first.
This is still anybody's game.
Martin last year advanced 3 rounds in postseason. Trying to get it back. Out of bounds. Martin would lose to Lamar by 6 in the 3rd round of the playoffs last year. Common opponent losing in round 3. Doesn't happen too often.
Number 11 came in just now, and she's got some fresh legs, and you can see a difference on the offensive boards.
Tried to go underneath to Sydney Reeves, and now whistle. And Coach Britton going to put Maddie Karakoff back in. Well, out of bounds, and Martin, another chance here.
Still hanging around.
Hillary Smith. Oh, open for just a minute was Taylor Allen.
That's tough.
Rhea DeGreat, or rather Robinson. To the right wing for a 3. Run down by Morris.
They got lucky with that one. Freshman shot probably shouldn't have taken that 3.
Entry pass to Mayfield. Emerald is sandwiched. You had Weber and Taylor Allen as well.
Coach Carruthers is going to take her over and talk to her and explain to her some end-of-game situations.
Well, 4:21 to play. Emerald Mayfield at the line. Now, what do you mean by end-of-the-game situations? Aware of the score and the foul, everything, I guess.
Aware of the time on the clock, aware of the score, what kind of shots you need, what you want to do with the ball, and where you want to get your best looks.
How many times did you think the home crowd helped in a victory? The steal and the drive, and Robinson is fouled. With a big crowd like this and your school rival, how many points do you think that helped you at home?
At least 10.
Okay.
I feel like it was at least a 10-point swing. And if they really get into it towards the end of a game, they can really rattle the opponent. And that can cause some indecision on their part.
The lead stays at 10. And Robinson's follow-up.
Jasmine made a play on that ball and came up with a steal. That was big.
An 11-point cushion. Gabby Bell veers to the left hash mark. Lost it. Kind of stumbled trying to get it to Bailey Carpenter.
Looks like the officials don't agree on this one.
See who touched it last.
They don't know.
Oh, the team in white here. That would be Bowie. And we see Divine Indu in. Emerald Mayfield exits.
Interesting substitution.
24 points for Mayfield. She comes out. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter.
See,
Robinson.
At this point in the game, you're not looking for threes.
No,
you're looking for shots in the paint. You're looking to use a little clock.
Yeah, the last thing on your mind will be to take a three and miss.
And that's why Coach Carruthers pulled Jasmine over and talked to her a little bit about that last shot she took.
Into Devine, double pump, no shot. Morris is here now, covering up and missing is Johnson. Out of bounds. Off of Martin, and a timeout taken by the Lady Warriors. We break, 3.5 minutes to play. Bowie leading by 11. That's the Bowie side. It's more than half full. Lady Vols on top. Jasmine Robinson to toss it in play. Devine in due. Can't hold it forever. Gets rid of it. Throws it away. Gabby Bell. Karakoff on a drive.
She just put her head down and decided, I've got to go make a play.
That is a 19 foul committed by Bowie.
You know, down on the other end, Devine was a little loose with that ball.
That's the second foul on DeGreat. Here's the bonus. Maddie Karakoff hitting 88% of her free throws, has 7 points. Rims out.
There she is again, holding that ball down, letting Martin get a hand on it.
Almost threw it away. Johnson able to get to that spot.
And Martin's being real aggressive now. They've got to go after the ball, and Bowie has to know that and secure it.
Under 3 minutes. Underneath, missing is Cage. Did everything right.
Except the finish.
Weber lost it, now gets it back outside for a three.
At this point of the game, Bowie needs the ball in their best free throw shooter's hands, but I'm not sure who that is.
They'll try to go deep again. In and out. Well, Bailey Carpenter had a couple of chances. She's made 2 threes. Emerald Mayfield back in.
And Martin just keeps coming. Bowie's got to find a way to get some of those boards.
Maddie Karakoff.
Okay, let's see. There's a screen in the corner.
Not there. Allen misses. And the held ball, it belonged to Bowie.
See a lot of standing and watching on Bowie's part instead of putting a body on someone. So Martin's just going after it.
You mean after the shot?
After the shot, they're just standing and watching the ball in the air, and Martin is going after it to get the ball.
Well, they think it is a satellite or a comet.
You know, I guess they think they're watching a movie.
Hand off to Cage, now back outside. DeGreat on the drive.
That's the shot you want in the last 2 minutes of a ball game. Smart play by the senior.
5 points for Brio. 50-38. Bowie with 23 points this second half. Carpenter off balance when she took the shot. And go to the line. That's a 10th team foul on Bowie.
Looks like she got her with the body on the release.
And Bailey Carpenter hitting 73%, will have one more. Martin in the second half with 20 points. Sticks them both. A dozen for Bailey Carpenter, and a timeout taken with 1:46 to go. Next week, Martin will host Pascal, and then they'll go to Weatherford. And again, these two teams meet up again on the night of February 6th. Bowie trying to go to 6-0 in district play.
Most important thing for Bowie right now is to get the ball into the hands of their best free throw shooters and then make some free throws down the stretch.
Lady Vols played 4 games in the Mansfield Spring Creek tournament. Lost in the championship game to Plano Christian, or Plano Prestonwood. Before that, they beat Legacy, Pflugerville, and Cabot.
That was, I believe that was the highest finish that Bowie has ever made in the Mansfield tournament. Second place, runner-up. That was a really good tournament for the team.
So they buzz them back with 1:46 to play.
Martin has to make some quick fouls. They've got to foul on the catch. They can't let anything go over the top because I'm sure Bowie's going to try to get something long.
The great goes short, and there's the hold. That is the tip. Is it not a foul?
No, I believe they called a travel on the great. So it's Martin's ball.
Well, she took.
Now they've got to go to the hold. You don't have to settle for threes. You got to get to the paint and make it.
Man, spins out.
Now they got to make a foul.
Ahead to Morris. And that should do it. The lead at 12.
Now Bowie has to be smart and not foul. And they're coming real close to it.
Picked off by Morris, taps it ahead to Johnson. The great. And she goes down hard, and that is the 10th team foul on Martin.
There's that Sierra Morris again, making plays on the defensive end of the floor.
Okay, what would you work on with her in the offseason? She'll be a junior next year. Sierra Morris, that is.
At her height, she's probably going to have to be a point guard. So she's got to do a little bit of work on her ball skills.
So you just have to be convinced that that's what your position is going to be.
She's going to have to, she's going to have to accept that. She hasn't shown a perimeter shot, but she may be able to knock down some perimeter shots. So she may be able to play the 2 guard some because they have the freshman Jasmine Robinson who could play the point. So she may be able to play the shooting guard, but she's got to develop her ball skills a little bit more, her passing skills a little bit more. Defensively, she's got it all going on. I love the way she hounds the basketball. She causes havoc. She makes it hard to get into the offense.
Well, this is the 25th game of the year. I mean, that's asking a lot for a sophomore.
It is. It is.
Have you enjoyed the telecast tonight? We've certainly enjoyed having you back, Coach.
I love it. I love it. This is a
little different, but, you know, you kind of see things maybe that, you know, are a little different.
Definitely. And I hope I wasn't too much of a homer.
Straight down the middle like we like it. At the free throw line with 1:12 to go, Bria the Great.
Bowie is really going to have to work on those free throws coming down to the last part of the district run and into the playoffs.
54-40. May have stepped over the line.
They forced a turnover there.
Yep.
I don't think Martin was ready for that press. They changed it up a little bit, went to a diamond press, and Martin wasn't prepared for it.
So here's Bria underneath the Martin goal.
And they've got it inside.
Turning and using the window, Jay Cage. Smart, easy shot. 12 points for Jay.
Excellent execution on that inbounds play, and there is that girl again.
Minute to go. On the run is the Great. Oh, hammered hard, and it goes.
Wow.
On top of that, 2 more.
That was just total determination. She knew she was going to get hit. She saw the hit coming. She found the glass.
And the 59th points.
And that's a great way to finish it off for Bria. Now Bowie just needs to keep their hands off and not make any fouls. Let the clock run.
Yeah, Carracroft trying to work it down underneath. And a turnover. Sydney Reeves in, number 11. Martin will fall to 4-2 in the district. Bowie will elevate and remain perfect at 6-0.
And people will look at the box scores tomorrow and think this game wasn't close, but it was a 6 or 7 point game with, what, 5 minutes to go?
Exactly. 40 seconds.
Bowie's got to hurry and get it over.
They'll win their 20th game of the year. Mayfield off the high bounce, and Gabby Bell got to it.
I like that Martin keeps playing hard.
Well, they do. They are well prepared for just about every game. Not just about, they are.
They are.
12 seconds. And the freeze is on.
Martin just needs to let the clock run.
59-40. Bowie wins it. They remain perfect in district at 6-0. 24 points tonight out of Emerald Mayfield and 15 from Jay Cage. So that's 39 points of the 59, Coach.
The two of them almost outscored Martin by themselves.
Martin falls to 4-2 in district play. Lady Vols win it. Again, your final score, Bowie 59, Martin 40. Our thanks to our AISD-TV production crew. Wanda Talton again comes back to the Alamo, won a state championship back in 05. And you sounded like a state champion tonight, Coach. Appreciate it. Nice insight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you inviting me.
All right, that'll do it. Till next time. Once again, our final score, Bowie 59, Martin 40. This is John Nelson saying good night from Bowie High.